Hey up everyone, it's the Osha Panda and we are back on Seaopolis. Now, a couple of things to show off before I get too far into it. I've shifted the obsidian and the ice maker down here. Added a few more cobblestone lava generators here with the crucibles. Each of these exporters just export cobblestone from the storage system, and this puts the sand in. Easy enough, and then an ender tank that just puts the water into there. All goes up. A draw controller slave like this. Let's just get the... So your draw controller is that one, which you need for any draw system. Your slave, which is that one, can act as an input or export. So the controller here, you need one of these, and then rather than cabling all the way across here and down here, by putting a controller slave here, I can import straight into the system. What I could do is export from this into other machines if I wanted to. So I could have set this to export cobblestone into here, but these exporters do a wonderful job for that. My auto crafter. Oh, let's just move that back. I was doing something with that. I'll show you in a minute. Can go here. So I've got a dissolution chamber set up here with the advanced machine frames, and this one here for the I forgot what they're called now. Simple machine frames and advanced machine frames. So simple and advanced, and ender tanks with the latex and the pink slime. Enriching factory with patterns. Added a couple more patterns to the induction smelter, to the furnace, to the barrel. Filled the gold crafter, so went and made a netherite one, which was pretty expensive considering it needed 4 blocks of netherite. But we did melt a load of that up in the smeltery over there. So this has a few more recipes in there. These. Now, the infusing factories work really well. The problem is, the infusers do... You can't put... If you had one infuser and you tried to build something, you would have diamond infused parts and redstone infused parts, it'd have a complete meltdown while trying to craft. It'd also slow things down massively. So, that infuser is purely for redstone recipes, like those. That one, purely for diamond recipes, like those. And that one, purely for obsidian, which I've not got any yet, but there will be some. So they're nice and easy to set up. And I've got this in preparation of our next job, which is a chest linked to the enricher, the smeltery, which puts into the barrel, which is imported there into the storage system. So we've got our ore doubler. Now, that took a little bit of time. What I've got in here is 32 pink slime bars, pink slime ingots, which only really used for this was completing some of these. So I finally cooked all the food, so we've now got elevator blocks and a magic mirror. That mirror I could have done with where we're running to and from the... Actually no, it wouldn't have worked. Or it could have if we changed them. Yeah, I could have done with that mirror when we were going to and from the end. Those dozens of times. Here, we just enriched some niter and cinnabar to get those. Made 32 pink slimes to fill that in. We had an energy pack, made 64 industrial lamps just to fill that in. And there's your netherite crafter. 64 patterns, which we got set up there. And what was the other one that we went and did? Oh yeah, 64 blocks of netherite, 64 blocks of magnesium. We need dilithium crystals. So, first thing I'm going to do, because it takes a little while to do this, we need a netherite sieve. Now, looking at all the sieving... Oh, I keep losing things out of this now. I think I'm doing too much. Looking at all the recipes, we only need 2 netherite sieves. One for the overworldly matter, and one for gravel. Because when you get an netherite sieve with gravel, you get titanium, cinnabar, niter, fluorite. The fluorite being very important for reactors. So, to get this, what we do is we go to our blaze smelter, get 2 blocks of netherite, throw it into the crucible at the casting basin, fill it up, and once this is all done, it will pop out of here. Which does take a little while, and end up in our little output chest here. I've got this making some more flux dust for the flux storage, because I am thinking about expanding this quite a bit. Probably don't need that much obsidian in there. Put like 3 or 4 stacks of obsidian into the smeltery. Don't think I needed that much. Yeah, so let's throw that in the let's get a bit more redstone, because I'm thinking of expanding that storage as well, so I've got a bit more of a buffer. There we go. That should keep that busy for a while, and we've got our netherite mesh. Now, we haven't popped up to say we've completed the quest for that, purely because I'd already made one for that. Ah, here's the problem I've got. We're running out of space. That's why it's popping stuff out. So we've got some dilithium dust already, which can go here. And if I was to switch this back on, there. So I've got all of these requests as well set to only work with redstone. So if I don't pull the lever, they don't automatically work. This one, for some reason, does its own thing. This one's... Do you know what? Why do I get the feeling that's... Yeah. That's switching that on, which isn't good. To be honest, I'm probably going to move these requesters upstairs anyway. But, yeah. Might move these drawers upstairs as well. But yeah, not a perfect system. What I can always do is just tell this to make 3 stacks of compressed gravel. And they'll all just flow into here anyway. So, titanium, fluorite, niter. Right, niter, they can all go in there. And that is another completed chapter. So, before we go any further, let's just get all that. 51 C-bucks. You can go in there. And an elevator block. I really should have done the quest to get this sooner, because pop you there, and we'll pop you there. So much better than scaffolding. All I need to do now is get some dark and birch planks to fill that gap. But yeah, should have done that way sooner than I did. But you kind of get distracted doing other stuff and it just loses you. Now, does this still have the... Nope. Aha, it used to need line of sight, but that is even better. Now, these can be coloured, so you can use dye to colour them. You can also set them as directional. So if I wanted to always face this direction when I come down, so I'll set that to always face west and hide the arrow. Going up, I want it to always face east and hide the arrow. So now when I go down, I'm already looking west, and when I go up, automatically looking east. Brilliant little things, these, and generally they're a cheap recipe. Yeah, woolen and ender eye. I should have made these rather than waiting to get them. You can as well, if I was to. Let's just make one. I've got the stuff. Pop down here. Right, it's you. They're all linked up now. So, yes, I should have done this a lot sooner. But we've got them now. So, what's my plan for today? Well, a couple of things really. I want to get started on the ore multiplier so we can get to trebling, quadrupling and quintupling. Just for the lols now, because I think for a lot of stuff we've got enough resources. We do want to get started on the reactor because we're going to need a lot more power if we are going to have all these running. Cause now with 20 and 20 these windmills, if you look at the top right, top left, my FPS is a little sketchy. I think it's all of these that are helping slow that down. And this, which I've got a plan for, so I'll come back to that. First thing I want to do though, I've got these dishing out nether star fragments, which we've got a fair few now. I want one of these. If I just deleted that one by accident, I want one of these for Ender Dragon stuff. So if we go to things like the cage entities, dragon scales, dragon heads. So these scales can be used to make dragon eggs, can also be used to make dragon's breath, which is handy for a couple of recipes, but I want to get a few of these unbreakable. And if I can get a bunch of dragon heads, you know, these can be used for a couple of things, but mainly just decorations and adding upgrades to your tools. The other scales, the quark scales, makes copies of elytras. Oh, that's interesting. But as all these show, 5%, 10%, 1%, and requires the lightning upgrade. So not really high chances. Now, my first thought was get 2 of these, but that just sounds like a lot of work. What I'm going to do is firstly get a few bottles, because this is a good way of getting the dragon's breath as well. Get our entity thing there. We need to make sure that we've got our jetpack, which I think is in here collecting fuel. There we go. And I don't think it works if we just put it here, does it? No, it's got to go on there. Right, that's fine. We'll get our infinity bow, our sword. We'll get this backpack, put you away, because this backpack we can set to magnet. Then. Right, to get the dragon back we need 4 end crystals, which needs ender eyes. Or should I say eyes vendor? Fortunately, I set this thing off a while ago, just making these. Plenty of blaze fuel in there, or blaze blood as it's now called. At this point, I realise I don't need to go back down again now, do I? So, press the right button. There we go. So, what do we need? 3 more of these crystals. 1, 2, 1. Oh, and a bunch more glass. Glass. That should be crafted up nicely. Right. The process being, if you were to go back to the end, go to the end portal that's been where the dragon's killed, and put 4 of these crystals on there, it will respawn your ender dragon. So you can go back and do the fight again. Which always seems like such a good idea, but in this case, is this actually... Why are you not cooking? Oh, you are cooking. You're just painfully slow. Fortunately, I can now craft... No, I can't because I need a quartz dust. Because I haven't put a... What do I need the quartz dust for? Have I mucked up a recipe somewhere? What's my hard and glass recipe? Does that say quartz dust? Quartz dust. It shouldn't say quartz dust. It should say quartz. Oh, we want that to sand and that there. Done it again. We don't want quartz dust. We want normal quartz. Right. Try this again. Fortunately, I can auto-craft resonant integral components, which are 8 times speed. Or is it 6 times? 1, 2, 3. No, 4 times. I cannot remember. It's been a while. So whereas these ones are 3 times, the resonant ones are 4 times. 4 times the power, 4 times the speed, 4 times the power usage as well. So just be careful with those things. I've already had an instance where I'm running short on power, managing those things. So just be careful with those. Right, we've got that, we've got plenty of food. We haven't got our sea moth because it started to annoy me something chronic, so to the old-fashioned rowboat. Alley-oop. Fortunately, this should be a quick one-way trip. I don't need to come back to the end again for a while. So I'll be back in a moment once I've made my way over there. Well, it's 10 to night, but oh yeah, I was say I've dropped my boat. No, I haven't. It's in my my backpack. So this is a very, very dark swim. Hello again. And it sounds like we've got a musical Enderman somewhere. There you are. I appreciate the entertainment, but shut up. There's another one there. I do not like Enderman. Right. let's get over to our portal over here. Let us get our 4 crystals. So the way it works, you pop 1 on each, the middle of each flat 3. Oh. You get all the sparkles. And there we have our dragon number 2. So, first things first. Still not got the hang of this flying while shooting marker. Although that was a fantastic shot. That was terrible. So it's always a little bit more awkward because you've got to come top down. With that one, shut up you. Let's get some food and realise my health's not regenerating. Yep. So, typical dragon fight from here. Well, almost. See this purple effect. If we get an empty bottle, just right click whilst in it, you get Dragon's Breath. So could always do with a few more. Stop giving me loop-de-loops. 13, which is, I think, not a bad number to have, actually. Do you know what? I think, given how annoying this guy's been, I think 13 will do. At least for my initial plans for them. Forget how powerful that sword is when you can get some quick hits in. Although, I am planning on getting much, much stronger. Right. So, nothing new here. I'll be back when this thing is dead. And there goes dragon number 2. Hover back off. Right, egg's gone and whooshed off somewhere. Where it's gone, no one knows. But you know what? Oh, it's there. We all know how you get the egg back now, so I'm just going to grab one of these torches. This. Boop. And we've got an egg. And best of all, let's go home. And in all that, I actually went and forgot to hit it with a sampler. Well, Who's up for dragon fight number 3? Here we go again. Round 3. Fight. This one's been purposefully argumentative and not coming into land. It hasn't done one cycle yet, and it's at half health. Although that's 32 bottles of Dragon's Breath, so that's one thing, I suppose. Ha! Huzzah! It's coming down to land. So let's back down here, get our sampler out. No, I need to hit it. Ender Dragon, got ya. And down you go. Right, let's get ourselves another egg. Let's go home. Right, try this again. So, Ender Dragon. Question is... it's that dragon skill, isn't it? It needs Endstone or Chorus Flower. Chorus Flower is better. So if we go for Chorus Flowers, there we go. Right. So right click. Oh, shift right click. Nope, might need to break it. There we go. So right click with the Chorus Flower to create the environment. Right click with the sampler, and we are growing Ender Dragons. And here's some of the wonderful things that I got as well. So let's put that back and you back. We're not going to need you again for a while, so let's put you in there, you in there, and everything else can go in here. Apart from you, I need 2 netherite, 2 shulker boxes. Netherite, got plenty. And shulker. We've got a few. Now, the reason I wanted to do this is so that I could go into here, take this Supremium Axe, which has got ridiculous speed and attack power, using the Supremium from Mystical Agriculture, which that is going to get into the Supremium Sword as well now, that I can do this. Requires netherite and reinforced 5 to apply. So netherite's easy. That and that requires diamond or emerald to be applied. Okay. Diamond. So, 1 diamond. Netherite. And then it says reinforced 5, which is... no, that likes being aristocratic. Overforced, padder, reinforced. 1. Maximum of 5, so I need molten iron over obsidian panes. Fortunately, this is making for me now obsidian panes. And quite a few of them. That'll do. And I need to get some iron in there then as well afterwards. Right. I'll have to work on that. And get that, because if I can get those to unbreaking, I will be very happy indeed. We've only got one upgrade slot left on it, but if I get a dragon head and put that on it, that gives me another ability slot. Oh, new Tinkers, so much stuff. But we're now spawning ourselves some Ender Dragons drops. We've got lots of yes, that one. Lots of netherite, not netherite, nether star pieces. That's 13 more. So not a bad haul at the minute. It's slow, but we're at 21, which is still quite good for now. We're not very far in terms of getting this up to top tier though. It takes just over 1,000 Infernium to make 1 Insanium. And the problem I'm having there is that these keep breaking. So I'm using it right up until it's on the last piece of durability, then upgrade it to the next tier. But I mean, there's not going to be enough on these 3 that's left to get, how many do I need? 4 blocks, so that's 36 Insanium. I'm managing 4. So yeah, I need a lot more Infernium to get this going. So this might have to be moved into a compact machine. And I can get the maximum with compact walls and a block of emerald. Which, if I go into here, plenty of walls so I can do this. Now if I was to pop you up here, say here for now, get my compact machine out, this is how big it is. So I'll need a couple of layers for those growth crystals to speed things up, but I could easily have, you know, light sources at the top, then farm, dirt, cables, farm, no, I don't really need cables, farm, dirt, farm, farm, dirt, farm, dirt, farm, dirt, farm, dirt, and crystal growth. And then I just need the space in the middle to spawn in and out of. Yeah. I could get that too. I could get several layers in there. I'll just need to get a few more of these. And a few more of these. And set up a system where these all fill out the top row and then feed into the next row and then feed into the next row. And then when they're all full, as like a last resort, they can feed out. Because round robbing them actually. I've got a few ideas. Yeah. I'll need to format that itself anyway. But that's something to do between episodes. For now, that's it for today. You guys do all the usual stuff. Pop into the comments, comment away, hit like, hit subscribe, all that jazz. Every time you do it helps me massively, so I appreciate every single one of you. I'll get a little bit of work done, probably back very soon with the next phase of the plan to get automation a lot quicker. You guys take it steady. I'm Silver Gunnan. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.